Hi everybody, welcome back to another action-packed moment. Yeah! That's right. Now, I did have somebody who wanted me to review this game. I saw that it was early access to the game we're going to review today is called Endless National. So if you haven't done it already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to go into the game. I'm going to give some feedbacks into this. We did, in my Discord, I get a couple of requests and people show me some games and I play them and I give my honest opinion about them. So let's dive into the game so you guys can see exactly what it is and what we're going to be doing exactly with here. This is Endless National. So, or national, sorry, if not national, national. How do I feel about this game? Well, it's very similar to Rise of Warlord. You know, I was a big Rise of Warlord fan. You know, I liked it a lot. The only issue that I have with this game, compared to Rise of Warlord, has to be with the heroes themselves. One, they are detailed well. I gotta admit the graphics are pretty good. You do have the mechanics of the gacha where you go, you pull from the sword, and you have a chance. But the thing is, you get all these cool heroes like Hannibal. They do not move or anything. They're like picture art, but 3D. And to me, that kind of loses the appeal because Rise of Warlord has artwork, like gorgeous artwork. And it's using like certain mythical beasts and making them human form and that stuff. Here, it's just a 3D model of it. No backgrounds. You get some movement here, like you can click, and some of them you don't. You know, so it's just a artwork picture. But there's no background into it. There's no nothing. You have right here, you have their skills, basic, and then you get to buying everything. I have to unlock the levels. That's another thing. They lock you over a certain thing too. Like you can't do this, you can't do that. You got to go ahead. It kind of makes you get really, because in city builder games, let me explain myself. In city builder games, it's about being quick, building your army faster, upper, higher, and getting into a game. But when you have these limitations here where you block the players and they have to unlock certain features at this, well, whoever gets into the game first is always going to have the advantage. And that I don't like. It also limits you to the blockades. If you want to occupy it here, which I think I already been attacked because I played this game on Friday, and I think somebody already attacked me and took all my lands or whatever. But what bothers me when it comes to games like this is that, one, they don't give you any support for legendary heroes. Your whole setup is very limited. Like, for instance, I got her. I did get Spartacus, who's supposed to be an A rank. So I did got Spartacus here. He's able to move as well, but he doesn't do any actions when you click on him. And this game, you do require some S-Class. And unlike Army of War, which I really did like, that right there, you get legendaries. They give you a logins. You know, there's more friendly tutorials. Here, the tutorial is not so friendly. The interface when you're going here is very small. Sometimes you have problems. You'll click march or occupy. Sometimes you'll click the occupied or march. I did the tutorial of this game already. The battles are fine. It's all okay. I just, for me, as far as city builders and army builders goes, I don't like this mechanic that much anymore. when I played Rise of Warlord, it was fun, it was fresh, but then it got tiring over a period of time. The game improved a little bit here, a little bit there. So when I go to a game that's already set like this, and I don't see like, hey, we're not gonna give you legendaries. You know, you're gonna have to work for all the gold you have to do. We're gonna lock you behind a wall, so whoever pays first, you know, they're paying to boost up, boost up. They're gonna actually have more of a benefit than you are, and they're gonna be mostly the ones who are the whales. And it uses the same structure, which I do like this structure. I do like the tech tree. So the tech tree is good. The graphics are not bad, so that's what's good. So these are the good points of the game. It does have good graphics. It does have a good tech tree structure. You do get all that. So if I did wanted to level up here, like so, I would have to spend 20 gold just to get a minute and not a free boost. That is a minute, which is kind of a little bothersome, which is a little high, if you ask me. Like, this is the first level here, and right away, you're not really able to do anything as much, because even if I want to speed this up, I have to pay gold. So that was the thing that kind of really derailed me from this game. I don't recommend it. Because when you have features like this, where it locks you down, and the only gold, which is the true currency of the game, the gold is what you purchase in the game, you're getting locked behind a wall. So it gives advantages to pay to win players than to free to win players. Your free to win players are going to be stuck and always delayed purposely, even if they, grind the game and they're grinding. You're never going to catch up to those players that are pay to win, and that's where you get locked. So in this game, I'm giving it a thumbs down. It looks good as far as the graphics go. It does have a good tech tree. The mechanics are good, but I can already tell by looking at the structure that you're going to be locked behind a lot of walls that are paywalls, and it's going to force you to delay your time. And in city builders, that is precious. Everyone, you're fighting armies, you're fighting players, you're trying to gain alliances, you're going to slow down, and everyone who's paying the money or the subscription or whatever, they're going to beat you no matter what you do, because you have a timer that is forcing you to wait. Where, like, the other game, like I did just recently, Army of War, that right there, free legendaries, free upgrades. You're able to grow exponentially along you have your stamina, along you have your resources. You can keep go, and then even if there's a pay to win feature, you don't feel so bad. But this type of game right here, this locks you in a conundrum. I mean, you have to do your missions, you have to do your quests, but you will never ever be able to catch up, because the people who have the legendaries, and yes, they're gonna have banners in here. This game, I can already tell, when you reach certain things, you get to unlock certain banners, which will be able to see, and you get gold too. You're gonna get free gold, but still, you're using your currency, your gold currency, early on to try to speed up in a server battle. So a server battle means that there's a group of people and another group of people. They're going to try to win for that server. You're battling other people to win for the server, so that way next season, when the season restarts, you're going to be able to gain that opportunity, that maximal gold, that you don't have to spend money, that in the next season you get advantage and you can head on. I know this. I played a lot of these types of games. I played Rise of Warlord. I was a top contender. My alliance won first place in the season 1 when we played, and they also won in the second season. Our alliance won again, and I played these type of games. Rise to War, Lord of the Rings, did really amazing. Had great seasons. You guys seen those. Even Epic War did great. We overconquered a existing alliance in the state, be able to take over and really go back, building up good force from the ground up, even though we were late to the game. That's why you have to have these mechanics where as a new player comes in, they're not going to be left behind. And when you have these kind of barriers, they kind of do leave newer players behind that jump in late because of, life happens. Sometimes work, they can't jump on because of work. They can't come on because of duties or families. So this in this kind of atmosphere of the game, they're never going to catch up. They're always going to be lagging behind, and then you're going to get people who are going to quit, or even those people who love the game and they play casually. You're going to get the majority of their alliance kicking them out or calling them farmers or being very toxic because they don't contribute. And it's hard to contribute when you're locked behind certain barriers and walls. You should just allow your players to naturally progress with the game using like kind of things that aid. Like these are like simple things. You can do free boostings. If you don't want to do free boosting in a game, that's fine. But you can put 5 seconds, 10 seconds, really short times for those early levels. And then once they hit their level 5s, then max that up. Go to like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. That's when they should be, because level 5 is when majority of almost all city builders is when the actual action happens and you're starting to get your city up and stuff like that. That's my advice for all game developers when you're building this. Don't limit your players in the beginning. Have them all have an equal standing. And if you want to make money on your pay to win players, start bringing that up on a certain level. Like when everyone reaches level 5, then you can start separating that into pay to win and free to play, and have like, those whales produce their leadership. Because regardless, if you are level 5, you're going to start your own alliance. You're going to start your own clans. If you're under level 5, you're not going to start your alliance. You're not going to start your clans. You're not going to be the leaders, because the truth and the fact is what leads these games, and most of the leaders of alliances and clans or guilds are whales, or people who work with whales or friends with whales, and their whales is their champion, and everyone joins them because that guild or that alliance or that faction has a powerful will and people are fighting behind it, rooting them on. That's what causes these games to be like really exciting. But if you do it too early, people are gonna just like, nah, I don't want to do this. I can't work on this. Even right here, like I can claim. You get 300 gold, and then boom, I still can't claim this gold because I have to do that long list. I have to do all this list. I have to claim this. I have to focus on my resources. I have to focus on my growth. I have to worry about having players who are higher than me stealing my lands, and it's ridiculous because this happened in Rise to Warlord. It was an experiment that went wrong. They shortened the map really tight, and it was too many players on one map. Next thing you know, people were having troubles trying to get level 5s, level 4s, level 6 lands, and they started eating each other. Started really eating at each other. And then everybody was complaining, and you have betrayals, people killing each other. And if you're going to have that kind of mechanic in the game where somebody in my own faction is my enemy and they can just attack and steal early on, it's not a good idea unless you add like barriers, protection, walls. I started this game 2 days ago, and this guy's already here farming me. Like literally farming my camps. He already attacked my camp. I mean, you can't really do that. It doesn't work out that well. But that's just my opinion. The game itself, graphically beautifully, or I should say graphically beautifully done. The heroes are interesting. I do like the hero selections. I will say you do have a good hero selection. You kind of made Hannibal, which is actually unknown, but Hannibal didn't really have that much gold. He was more of a barbarian type of things. But you do have like Caesar, Augustus Caesar. There's some motion here, but if it was just on looks alone, you guys would be really good and adamant. But your game definitely needs a little bit more tweaking and a little bit more understanding. Like there's just too much that is too delayed, and it follows the very old fashioned system of like kind of like that pay to win kind of path where the free players are a little bit stuck. But that's all I really got to say. I do appreciate for the person who recommended this game to me. I know this game is early access, so you guys can definitely fix it up before your official launch. If you do that, I look forward to playing it again and looking towards it. But I've been playing city games so many times that I already know how this path is going to go this way. So thank you so much for your time, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and see you next time.